In Tampa, there is mixed reaction to today's embassy openings. There have been protests in Miami as well as in Washington, D.C. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson shows us how some people are excited about the possibilities of new diplomatic relations.
Cuba's foreign minister quoted Jose Marti during this morning's remarks in Washington, D.C. Marti visited Ybor City many times, but since the 1960s, the relationship between Cuba and this country has been difficult. For the first time in decades, a Cuban flag is flying over a Cuban embassy in Washington, D.C.
I think it's a great move. I think it's long overdue.
Frank Reno recently led a tour by the Greater Tampa Area Chamber of Commerce to Havana. Reno has a business taking Americans to Cuba, a business that's been picking up a lot lately.
It's become a little bit easier. There used to be a stigma attached to it. They're no longer viewed as a terrorist nation.
Reno has a license that allows him to take Americans to Cuba, but he points out there are still restrictions.
Not anyone can go now. It is easier to go. What they've done is they've liberalized the rules as far as the licensing.
But not everyone is as excited as Reno about the change that has been happening between Cuba and the U.S.
This is just a building with a flag.
Tampa attorney Ralph Fernandez is a vocal opponent of the Castro regime.
Raising the Cuban flag in D.C. has nothing to do with the catastrophe that would befall Tampa if a consulate came here.
Tampa's City Council and Democratic Congresswoman Kathy Castor would like to see a Cuban consulate open in Tampa. But of course, that decision will be up to the Cuban government. In Ybor City, Jeff Patterson, News Channel 8.